US want start up a legal debate on how to release NNAMDI Kanu and set Biafra free. On the 7th, you know, say NNAMDI Kanu is a British citizen. And again, if you see what thing go on since last year December, when this thing starts, November, December, everything about the Christians start to pump up. And now most people go to ask, say, now the Christian that they talk about,
The UK Parliament says it is now set to commence a debate on the repatriation of the separatist leader. In a parliamentary schedule posted on its website, the date set for the debate is Wednesday, July 7th. According to the document, Lord Alton of Liverpool will be raising the issue at the House of Lords and will query the Nigerian government on the separatist leader's transfer to Nigeria. The British government had said that Kanu, who was traveling with a British passport, was not arrested within the United Kingdom's territory as controversy continued to trail the circumstances and where Kanu was repatriated from. In another development, Kelechi Madu, the Minister of Justice and Solicitor General of the Government of Alberta in Canada, has slammed the Nigerian Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation over the rearrest of the IPOB leader. In a post on his LinkedIn page, Kelechi wrote that if reports that Kanu was abducted were true, on world leaders to apply appropriate sanctions on Nigeria. Well, there are two sides to this story. The Nigerian government will argue that Kanu is a Nigerian and we as a sovereign state have the right to treat their citizen in the manner which they deem fit. But you know that Kanu is also a British citizen, and so...
Thank God for what we are hearing and seeing today concerning NNAMDI Kanu, because when we said it initially that this man is innocent, he didn't commit all these offenses that warrant life sentence. People said that we are being sentimental. We are being sentimental. And I keep asking them, where is that country that have named NNAMDI Kanu as a terrorist in the whole world? None. So it is a shame to the federal government of Nigeria for what they did to NNAMDI Kanu. It's a shame on them. Seriously. And I know that with time, Donald Trump will look into NNAMDI Kanu's matter. It's a matter of time. We are getting there. It is one thing at a time. One day, NNAMDI Kanu's case will come up at the international level, and the whole world will ask questions. Because everything that was done to NNAMDI Kanu was not right. Seriously, it was not right. Do you know the irony? The man who went to Kenya to kidnap him is going through the same ordeal that he subjected NNAMDI Kanu to. A court freed him the other day. As he was coming out as a free man, DSS arrested him and took him back to jail. The same thing this man did when NNAMDI Kanu was freed. You can imagine. So, it's a matter of time. NNAMDI Kanu, I thank God for the spirit he has. Nothing will happen to him. He will come out.
Nothing will happen to him.
Yes.
But Barrister, what is the essence of granting honorary citizenship to a man that is serving life sentence? What's the essence of it?
That means they didn't believe in what you have done. Mr. Okoro, it shows that the world out there, they believe in NNAMDI Kanu. They believe in Dibori. They believe in the cause you are pursuing. It shows that the Nigerian government made a mistake. If I said shame will be on them for all these things. Shame will be. Let them challenge America and ask them, why did you give them such an honor to a man? Let them challenge them.
I was coming to that. How do you think this will impact Nigeria-US relations?
They won't talk about it, Mr. Okoro. They won't even mention it at all. They will pretend as if they didn't hear or see it because they don't want to anger everybody. Because of what they did to NNAMDI Kanu. Everything, the trial, everything was wrong. And they know it. They just want to put him away. Look at what other people have done. That is 100 times more than what they were accusing NNAMDI Kanu of. What happened to them, Okoro? Please, what happened to them? It's a shame on the federal government of Nigeria for what they did to NNAMDI Kanu. His God will fight for him over this nonsense they did. The real terrorists are out there. They are dining and whining with them. A foreign terrorist called Toju Bello is there, issuing threats, giving order. and villagers are leaving their homes, leaving their
Barrister,
family.
how much influence can America have over the ruling, a court's ruling in Nigeria, over a citizen of Nigeria? How much influence can America have?
As I talk to you now, 80 prisoners have been released in Venezuela on the orders of Donald Trump. 80. The people that this president drug pusher has detained.
Maduro.
Yes, Maduro. Yes. They are being released. So wherever there is injustice everywhere in the world, Mr. Okoro, we should all fight it.
At the time when he was incarcerated, I mean, we know how America can be with you know, those that are from America, especially when they have dual citizenship. We know how they can interfere in such incarceration. Why didn't America interfere when he was incarcerated? Because the wife even called for assistance. Some Nigerians also called America to get involved at that time.
You know,
and the international community as well.
The bureaucracy in America is so huge. In fact, America is the world. The bureaucracy, the information Donald Trump received in his day is almost the information the whole world received. All this will come to his table. So
it took time for it to get to his ears.
I think so.
It took years for it to get to his ears.
But he was almost there. Ask yourself how this trial panned out. That was when the discussion was on. And this federal government discovered that this man may call for NNAMDI release. And they went on a trial, on a hurried trial. That was why I kicked against what she already did. When he was talking about the releasing NNAMDI protest, I kicked against it. Everybody saw my stand because I knew something was in the offing. It would have been easier now for Donald Trump to talk about NNAMDI in detention than now that have judged him. And the federal government knew. That was why they hurried that trial. And I was telling my people, don't support this show and what he's trying to do. There's something behind it. Nobody listened to me. It would have been very, very easier because by now nobody will talk of a trial because of what is going on today. Nobody, the federal government wouldn't have tried to try NNAMDI with Donald Trump looking at what is going on here. Because he will ask questions. So why are you trying this man when other terrorists are out there?
Barrister, do you think this move will force Nigerian government to have like a behind-the-scene political?
Of course. Yeah, it's going to
having that legal confrontation.
It's going to happen. It's a question of time. All these things will come to the table at one point or the other. Because right now, Donald Trump is saying no more Muslim ticket. No more Muslim.
Is that what he said?
Donald Trump, that's the condition he gave. No more Muslim. And Tinubu dare not go against it. He said it.
All right. Talking about Barrister, I recall asking when you brought the issue of Jackson, Sunday Jackson, who was released last week. It's like somehow I preempted this award given to NNAMDI because I asked you at that point, do you think that the United States will give this as a condition? You have to release it.
Yes, I said so. Yes, I said.
Exactly. I asked you the question.
Yes, it's coming.
I want us to return to the issue of how this impacts, Nigeria-United States relations. For a while now, the federal government has been saying, look, it is IPOB that went to the United States of America to tell the U.S. government and Trump that, look, there's Christian genocide in Nigeria. At the backdrop of this, you see a state in the United States of America, Georgia, to be very precise, award NNAMDI the honorary citizenship and ambassador of goodwill, And I want us to return to the issue of how that will impact Nigerians. Do you think that they will call up the issue of the image burnishing that they are doing, where we are paying about $750,000 a month? Are they going to use it to attack and recreate the narrative about IPOB being a terrorist organization and all of that? What do you expect to see in the coming days coming from the Nigerian government?
I am telling you that the shame of what the federal government did to NNAMDI and IPOB will not allow them to mention anything like that again to the U.S. government. Because they know that the U.S. government is not in support of what they did to NNAMDI. So they wouldn't even want to attract any attention. That's why I'm telling you that they will keep quiet over this award they gave NNAMDI.
Even when they insist that it was IPOB that pulled Trump into Nigeria.
All those ones are rumors. It's not even the federal government. It's some hangers one.
No, the federal government has said that. It was in the Guardian on Friday.
Let them make all those noise. But did you hear the US make noise about it? Did it attract any international attention? That one is by the way, because you and I know the truth. That this is propaganda. The genocide going on in Nigeria is known by the whole world. So why would you say it was NNAMDI Kanu or IPOB? Can you just imagine?
Barrister, this award, this honorary citizenship given to NNAMDI Kanu, is it going to internationalize this matter? And I'd also like to recall that NNAMDI is a British citizen. And in all of this, UK has been mute, over the issues since trial and all of that. They never interfered. They never said anything. A British citizen being tried in another country, sentenced to prison, life sentence and all. Do you think that it will somehow internationalize the NNAMDI Kanu problem?
It will. I told you here, it's a matter of time before NNAMDI Kanu's case will come to the front burner internationally. America will pick it up at one point or the other. I said it is one thing at a time. At a point, when this matter gets to the level it will get to, Donald Trump will intervene and ask questions. I'm not joking. If they can relieve that Jackson man, why would they release the NNAMDI Kanu? No, tell me. Because these are men of injustice. It's injustice on his own. So all those things that they accuse IPOB and NNAMDI Kanu, the whole world has seen that it was just a travesty of justice. No, that's why nobody is buying into what the federal government is doing. Nobody is paying attention. UK, you are talking about, UK have interest in Nigeria.
Okay.
They have interest from the day of amalgamation till now. UK never wanted Nigeria to breed. They want us to remain where we are, where they kept us. And so, if there's anybody that is coming to change the status quo, they will not be comfortable with it.
Okay, so apparently they are in tacit support of NNAMDI.
Of course, that's why they never said anything. You can imagine. That's why they never said anything. They never said anything. Under normal circumstances, they are the one who's supposed to be at the front burner instead of Donald Trump of America.
Being a British citizen.
Yes, not even that. Being a colonial master. They should be interested in what is going on in Nigeria.
No, you already said they have interest in what is going on.
I am trying to buttress the fact that they are not Nigerian friends.
Okay.
That's why they are keeping mute. Because some people want to topple the status quo they left since 1914. And so they won't be happy with it. So anybody that want to go toward that route, they won't like it. Anything that they handed power to is doing, they will support it. Because they want it to remain like that. That is the British people for you. Always looking for a way to suppress people. That's why they lost their prestige in the whole world. They lost it.
Barrister, you said something in the course of this program. Trump having to go to Venezuela to release about 90 prisoners.
Yeah, 80 of them.
And you say you expect that he will do the same thing here in Nigeria. Of course, he has already done that.
Yes.
Barrister, how does that fit into international law, international relations, about the issues of sovereignty? What is America trying to say? Like, you stay in your country. Trump already said, well, we are running Venezuela from Washington. So what does that speak about global power in terms of sovereignty of nations? Is it a proper thing to do? Is it right to do that?
I have told you here that evil does not last forever.
Who defines what is evil?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Barrister, who defines what is evil? Somebody.
Yes.
The same Donald Trump that Saudi Arabia when they killed Khashoggi in Turkey.
Yes.
Is now trying to speak about good and evil. So who determines what is evil?
Mr. Kuru, now let me tell you, there are levels of evil.
Okay.
If you're a world power, you decide what you want and what you don't want. That's why you're a world power. Okay. You decide what you want and what you don't. It's like challenging God. Who are you to challenge God? Who are you? There are things that God has done that we don't even understand. Some of us will think, if we see God, we'll query him. But he is God. He said nobody can query him. That's the truth. You said that you are giving a land to the Israelites, a promised land. Meanwhile, some people were in that land. You give them is that not what causing problem today? So can you go and ask God, why did you do this? You can't.
Okay, so God is the architect of that problem now.
Didn't you hear me? He said the promised land, and the promised land is where the Palestinians were living. This is one day when the Israelites were dragging them away from their house and occupying it by force.
Okay.
Didn't you see it?
No, I asked a simple question.
I'm telling you now. So, but there must be a history behind it.
Okay.
So when a world power is dictating what he wants and what he does not want, so you don't have the power to challenge
so
him.
when a world power, so the line between good and evil gets blurred because there's a world power.
Of course.
Because the Trump will say, well, we can't stop doing business with Saudi Arabia because Khashoggi was killed. And the same Trump will turn around and say, well, release 90 prisoners from Venezuela because they were, unlawfully
in
imprisoned.
International politics.
Okay.
The Machiavellian principle plays a major role. The end justifies the means. If there's an end you are pursuing, you can overlook all that to pursue that end. Saudi Arabia is a business partner with America. America is, in fact, America is owing that country so much money. American security are in that country. American business, American companies are in that country, and they're making a hell of money. So that alone covers every other thing.
Let's bring it back home.
It's a capitalist state.
Let's bring it back home. So we have established that great powers do whatever they like.
Exactly.
So if we come to back home here in Nigeria, is it proper to say that great politicians should do what they like and work?
No.
Barrister, you are cherry picking.
Oh no. I said great power. What power?
So we are talking about powerful people in the country.
No,
can they do what they choose to?
There is no powerful person here. Well, do you know what it means? Is that what you are comparing? Because you stole a lot of money. Is that what makes you powerful?
How did great powers become great powers?
They work on their economy. America is the greatest economy today. Can you challenge it? $39 trillion.
Okay.
You are not even up to 1 trillion. What are you saying?
So we are comparing.
I'm trying to convince you. Don't go through that route. There's no great man here. All of them are looters. They plundered the economy.
Do you know how America made its money?
They worked on their economy.
How did they work on it?
They grew their economy. No American president has been accused of the type of humongous amount our leaders are stealing here. Nobody can do it in America and get away with it. It's not possible. The system will catch him. But here, up to today, we are talking about 210 trillion naira missing in NNPC. Mr. Okoro, that money is with somebody. Two of us. Did it just disappear? And is that what you call a great man?
So with this new Georgia proclamation, so are we saying that Kanu's case is now being reframed globally as a human rights issue and not a criminal one?
It has never been a criminal matter. That Kanu is a political prisoner of conscience. Forget about all these shenanigans the federal government are doing and all that. I'm telling you that people have done worse than NNAMDI, and nobody called them. Nobody even reprimanded them or arrested them. Is that not true? People that sponsor the terrorism are still with us up to today. They are here. Plateau. Did IPOP occupy any place in the southeast? No, tell me. These are facts that you and I can verify. So what happened to those people? You left them as if it does not matter. But you can arrest him and and imprison him, Abi. God will save him. God will bring him out of that place. I'm very, very sure of that. No matter what they do. Kanu is a true Igbo son. The God of Igbo land will save him from there. He will come out. Because it has happened. Just last week, Al-Mustafa, the former CSO to Abacha, was freed by the Supreme Court. Was freed after how many years? He was in detention throughout Obasanjo's regime, two of us. So if some people can go free, why can't NNAMDI?
Okay, Barrister, let's come further home. This award to NNAMDI, now this recognition, how do you think is going to impact federal government IPOB relations in the coming days? I mean,
they will now with this award, they should not be having a rethink. Okay. Yes, they should not be having that a world power, a state, in the country of the world power is recognizing NNAMDI, and that up to today nobody has seen NNAMDI as a terrorist. So it should give them a rethink. That is just the truth.
Barrister, this award, we understand, it's just honorary. It's not legally binding. It doesn't confer U.S. citizenship on NNAMDI Kanu. Am I correct?
Look,
it's just honorary, yes.
Now, from clapping hand, we the enter dance. So.
Okay, so where are we now?
We are clapping hand now.
Okay, so honorary now, not full citizenship.
We are going there. It's a gradual process. That's what I'm saying. It's a another state. You know, America have 50 states.
Exactly.
One of them will take it not further. One of them will say, so this guy, okay, let us take
No. My question is this. It doesn't actually confer U.S. citizenship on NNAMDI Kanu.
It's coming now. It's coming.
Okay, it's coming. So in the meantime, before it comes, so how do you think that will affect IPOB federal government relations here in Nigeria? Is Nigeria going to come hard on them?
No, for what? For what reason? They are even softening up now. The other day, they celebrated the January 27th killing of their members somewhere. They protested all around the city. Nobody talked to them. Abi? So they are beginning to understand what is happening.
Okay, so there's more like a tour in the relationship between FG and IPO.
Yeah, they are beginning to be sensible. That's what I'm telling you. Yes.
So you think that this president is doing good by that?
No, he's not doing any good. He's not doing any good at all. This is your right.
Okay.
You cannot give me my right. This is a natural right for me to protest what I don't like. He's not doing anything.
No, he has allowed a free space. We had people who didn't allow his free space.
That's what it is their own no job. Didn't they get to what they deserve from that? How can you give me my right? It's my right. I'm the owner. So why can you not give it to me? No, you don't. You have not done me any favor.
If you go there and negotiate any other thing apart from Biafra, you better not come back, because our people will be waiting for that very person. The zoo has come to an end. They keep killing our people. And for how long are we going to allow this contraption concocted by Frederick Lugard to continue to waste the lives of innocent people?
Now, let me stop you there. You said something that I'm interested in. People who look at several Biafran groups and movements always look at this kind of statement, like the one you made now. Let him not come back home, otherwise he will explain to us. But we know that they will go there and they will come back home. And what will happen? You see, is this a statement that there is something that will happen? Because one of the things that happen in Africa, in Nigeria, and wherever you look at, is that there are no consequences. And people who try to force consequences to be exerted end up saying things and nothing happens. What will happen to Ikemwachukwu when he comes back home? Because you know he's not going there to negotiate Biafra. You know that.
Of course, we know that very well. Okay. What will happen to him is this. Already, we know that some of them live in Abuja and Lagos axis. There is nobody that speaks for the Yoruba nation that lives in anywhere in Igbo land or in Biafra land. There is no prominent Hausa person that lives anywhere in Biafra land. What we are saying to this man and his likes is that, of course, they will underestimate us because those that have gone before us have made threats and didn't carry it out. This time it is different. If we can place the name Biafra on satellite, if we can broadcast so that the whole world can hear us every blessed day, if we are in over 70 countries around the world with over 5 million listeners, there is nothing we cannot do. This time around, things are very, very different, believe you me. Very, very different, and very soon the world will hear about it. Because the only language that people in the zoo understand is the language of violence and force. After all, that very contraption was put together by Frederick Lugard by force. That's one thing people don't understand, that Lugard killed people to bring Nigeria together. And the killing of people to disintegrate the zoo shouldn't come to anybody as a surprise. Our promise is very simple. If they fail to give us Biafra, Somalia will look like a paradise compared to what will happen to that zoo. It is a promise, it is a pledge, and it's also a threat to them. They must understand this, that we've had enough of this nonsense. These criminals cannot be stealing money belonging to everybody. These same men cannot be responsible for the length and breadth of the death, the abominable things they continue to do to the people in that very country. Every day, every week, every month, and every year, we cannot allow that to continue. It's impossible for us to let that continue, because this nonsense has to come to an end. What in Ghana must happen.
Now, let me ask you, when his name was announced as the leader of the Igbo delegation, so the So why didn't your group question the governors that appointed him the leader of the Igbo people to the national conference?
It's because the governors you have in Biafra land are an extension of the Hausa Fulani hegemony. They were appointed by Hausa Fulani men to come and do the bidding of Hausa Fulani oligarchy in that very part of the world. So it didn't come to us at all as a surprise. Every Igbo governor you have has a Hausa Fulani godfather. Hausa Fulani people put them there. They are there to do their bidding. If you go to Imo State, you'll understand what I'm saying. Rocha Sokorocha, or whatever his name is, has single-handedly Islamized the whole of Imo State. And that very process is also ongoing in Ebonyi State. Are you talking about Theodore Ochi? He is pathetic and laughable. These are the men they gave to us as it P2B. You're a journalist yourself, Okonkwo. Nobody has ever asked P2B about Izu River. How many people he killed at Izu River and dumped their bodies there? They are also human beings with fathers and mothers. No one ever complained. These are the caliber of people, the caliber of leeches and cabals they have imposed on us. And we are here to resist it. And we shall, this year, to be very precise.
Now, let me ask, because there are the group, the Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign Nation of Biafra. I'm familiar with the group, and I know that one of their principal ideas is that this should be done in a peaceful way. Is your group opposed to a peaceful way of achieving Biafra, or are you in support of both sides, whether peaceful or non-peaceful? What is your group behind?
I support both sides. If they give us peace, that is wonderful. If they decide to go down the route of violence, then I can give you this assurance today. Of course, your worldwide listeners and viewers may be able to note this. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in that very zoo they call Nigeria. Nothing will survive there, I can assure you. You see, 1967 to 1970 is not 2013 to 2015. We had scientists then. Now we have men that can make things happen, even better than what we had in the late 60s. So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I'm a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened. Never, ever, ever.
Now, let me ask you, if you look at the world today, look at a place like Scotland, where people, the Scottish, are in the process of trying to see if they will get their own country. Basically, the way they went about it was to say, we want to be separate from the British, England, and they are putting a process where they will vote, and majority of them say they want to move, and they will move. Now, I want to ask you, do you think that if you ask majority of Igbo people today whether they should be part of Nigeria or part of Biafra, that you have the numbers that will come to your side of the argument?
Yes, we have over 98% of our people willing. The other 2% are those fathered by Hausa Fulani men as a consequence of the war. Everybody born as a Biafran, everybody born as an Igbo, Ibibio, Efik, Anangebanke, anybody born as a Joe has freedom implanted in their DNA. That is why we have autonomous communities. Have you seen anywhere in the world where you have autonomous communities? Have you seen? The answer is no. The reason why we have autonomous communities is because we are born to be free. We want to be autonomous. And that freedom must be carried right all the way to the heart of governance in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We must make this very, very clear and abundantly clear to our people that our quest is for us to be free. You mentioned Scotland. Scotland is already a free nation. What they are seeking in Scotland is independence. We are not free and we are not independent either. So that is why the same scenario doesn't apply at all. In Scotland, as a Scottish person, you have your own parliament. You can do whatever you like. You even have what is called tax-raising powers. You can raise taxes or you can lower them as you like. The Scottish Court of Sessions is in charge of the entire legal process in Scotland.
Now, let me ask you, I know. Why don't your group push for that in a place like the National Conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not?
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were thrashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer point of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist.
As Nnamdi Kanu say, we are born to be free, so it's compulsory that all the whole Biafra go dey free. So, no anybody will talk say this journey never come to stay, it have come to stay. I'm not going to talk much. Share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. And write freedom for Nnamdi Kanu and freedom for the people of Biafra. The time for Biafra has come. So share this video so that everybody go there at alert of waiting they go on. Thank you, my lovely people.